black cherry, root beer, red pop, cream soda, grape, rock and rye, Dr. Fago, candy apple, 60-40, pineapple orange, chocolate cream pie, ginger ale, cotton candy,
that precious sauce, Juggalo juice, crack that fat boy, let it go loose, drink it, spray it, whatever you use, do it up like Joey and Big Joe Bruce, run it up, kid. I'm about to. Moon Miss Blue, here's what you do, throw it up in the sky, to suit that itch, slap it up silly and boot that bitch.
Just let it fly.
Juggalo juice,
Into the sky.
my Fago, hey.
Don't wonder why.
Juggalo juice,
Until you try.
my Fago, hey.
Two in each hand, flake out and shake. My nutbag tastes like Fago grape. Explode in your bedroom, Fago lake. Marinate your steak, a baked Fago cake. It's cheap as hell, and fuck I'm broke. Fuck $3 for a cup of Coke. Shit, I stay sticky. Fuck the soap. Orange pop on my dick, please go.
I mix it, fix it, vodka kicks it. Off them titties, I got to lick it. Take out the fixtures, chandeliers. Fuck a venue too nice to handle this. Rock and ride bombs from above. Knock you out and fuck up your duds. Explode and unload all over the place. You don't like red pop? Fuck your face.
Just let it fly.
Juggalo, juice,
Into the sky.
my Fago, hey.
Don't wonder why.
Juggalo, juice,
Until you try.
my Fago, hey.
Too much juice shorts out the power. Dance in the dark with a Fago shower. Sugar rain insane. Flavors, colors will kick your ass, but we love each other's. Through the floor, into the basement, but it ain't wasted. More would taste it. Seeps on through to the pits of hell. It puts out the flames where the devil dwells.
Fago storms, rain and thunder, no need to wonder. It's too much fun to just unwind. Put yourself under the trance, pour some down your pants. Hump it, hit it, get with it. Bust a nut and be geek, you did it. Precious peach and bubblegum pop, no need for a mop, cause we don't stop.
Just let it fly.
Juggalo, juice,
Into the sky.
my Fago, hey.
Don't wonder why.
Juggalo, juice,
Until you try.
my Fago, hey.
orange chug, city soda, moon mist, mango tango, key lime pie, red cherry, original black raspberry, jive turkey tonic, and a take 3.
Check me out one time. Another Wednesday night, another episode of Juggalo Juice, yo, it's that Juggalo Juice, yo. Another Wednesday night, another episode of Juggalo Juice, yo, it's that Juggalo Juice, yo. Another Wednesday night, another episode of Juggalo Juice, yo, it's that Juggalo Juice, yo. Pour yourself another motherfucking cup, yo, it's all up to you, and dog, it's all up to you, Keep the juices of the underground flowing. It's not Slim One, Big Mac, it's some guy named Eric. I know him, just my luck in the house though. Fago love is heaven in this bitch, and I'm out, yo. If I'm lucky, Blake will play me on the outro. So be sure that you tune in, better send a tune in. If it's whack or say it's trash, you'll keep it moving.
Light 'em up, boys. Real good tensions. Let's go.
We out here.
Hey, you're muted, man. I'm just gonna let you keep going
How long was I muted? The whole time?
the whole time.
Oh, okay, that's cool. What? Okay, let's start over, okay?
Yeah, all right, hold on.
Oh, no.
Check me out one time. Another Wednesday night, another episode of Juggalo Juice. Yo, it's that Juggalo Juice, yo. Another Wednesday night, another episode of Juggalo Juice. Yo, it's that Juggalo Juice, yo. Another Wednesday night, another episode of Juggalo Juice. Yo, it's that Juggalo Juice, yo. Pour yourself another motherfucking cup, yo. It's all up to you, and dog, it's all up to you. Keep the juices of the underground flowing. It's not Slim One, Big Mac, it's some guy named Eric. I know him, just my luck in the house though. Fago love is heaven in this bitch, and I'm out, yo. If I'm lucky, Blake will play me on the outro. So be sure that you tune in, better send a tune in. If it's whack or say it's trash, you'll keep it moving.
Light 'em up, boys. Real those tensions. Let's go.
What up, though, and welcome to another episode of Juggalo Juice. Please remember that the opinions expressed are those of the hosts and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the entire Fago Lovers staff. We appreciate everyone that submits their content, and though we may laugh and clown, it's all in good fun, so do not act like a bitch. Thank you for your continued support and for making this show possible. Whoop whoop. Now let's start the show.
Thank you, Snoop, very much, and thank you, Mac, for the restart of the show. Welcome to Juggalo Juice, episode 42. Yo, we got a very unorthodox show today. We don't have any music queued up. We got none of that shit to play. It's just me. I'm sure he fucking falls off. What a fucking retard. Yo, it's me and Mac in this piece. What up, cuz? How you doing, man?
I was hoping to throw him in there second, so this threw off my game a bit. Oh, fucking.
Yo, like I was saying, man, we don't got a lot of music planned tonight. I actually don't have any music lined up for today's show. And we might play some jams on the fly, but what we got tonight for you is basically just a little recap. You know what I'm saying? A little chatterbox. Me and Just My Luck and Mac. We're gonna talk tonight about our experiences at the gathering of at least the shit that we're allowed to share. We're gonna talk about that stuff, and maybe we'll hint around some shit that we shouldn't share. But hey, other than that, I don't. You know what I mean? I got nothing going on. It's Wednesday night. It's time for another episode of Juggalo Juice, and we got 32 people watching right now. 33 people watching, and 14 of those people are on Facebook. Thank you so much. Yeah, what up, though? Thank you so much for watching us on Facebook. If you have the ability, please hit share or like or interact with us to spread the word. Spread the word. We're just going to do a little gathering recap. Kind of not a show that we do all the time out here. Allowed to share. What a joke. Spooky, why don't you gather, okay, and make your own fucking secrets, all right? Yo, we got Roxy Red in the chat. We got David Letterman in the chat. Whoop, whoop.
Oh, shit.
David Letterman.
What does this
Yeah,
say?
the David Letterman.
Oh, Let Mama. Sorry.
Fucking
Hey, man, I can't read, man. Fuck you, man.
Yeah.
All right, I guess I'll break the damn
All right,
ice.
just like the
Okay, go ahead.
last show we did prior to the podcast at the actual gathering, we're gonna go through the. I'm extra nasally today because of the drugs,
Yeah.
but
The throw guys.
we're gonna go through every single artist just like last week for a nice 4.5 hour show. And for each artist, we're going to explain if we were there or not and what we were doing during that time.
Yeah. All right, pull up the timeline. Let's rev those engines, boys. Let's go.
That's right.
Here we go.
All right, well,
Hold
for
on.
starters, before we even get to the gathering of the Juggalo schedule, me and my friend Mac here, we fucking departed Detroit, Michigan on June 30th at approximately 1:30 in the morning. And after stopping for some gasoline and some supplies, we arrived on Friday, June 30th at 9:30 in the morning. Now, we were hardly the second ones there, but for what it's worth, for all the people that were there and everything, we were the second ones in line for the baller lots, right?
Right.
Yeah, it's wild how many people were on the grounds so early. A solid over a week before the gathering gates even opened. Everybody was already there. I don't understand. I mean,
we showed up
and
at
I was one of those people, and I still don't understand.
I know. By the end of the gathering, man, you're so fucking exhausted. It's like, what the fuck?
I didn't feel exhausted. And I felt, I definitely started to feel a sense of entitlement being, you know what I mean? You're there so long, you're just like, you look at everybody else who's bitching about being there 3 days, and you're like, oh my god, dude, shut the fuck up.
Bro, I've been here a fucking week, pal.
I had to shit in the fucking woods, and then some fucking idiot camp on top of it those first couple days. You know, where were you?
Right
Where were you?
Shit.
Yeah, I think, bro, it was because the first.
I didn't even I took a shit the next. We showed up, and I didn't poop all day, and then on Saturday I pooped in those porta potties that were in the forest.
Yep.
And then I don't even fucking remember like pooping at all during
this
fucking.
This was the first gathering I didn't hold my shit for an entire fucking week. Those porta potties were pretty clean the whole time.
I could honestly say I did not use a porta potty the whole gathering. But I did hear, I heard rave reviews. I heard they were great.
During the gathering, you didn't use a porta potty, but didn't you use one at the Duchess?
Oh man, during those early days before the gates opened, the Duchess had those 3 porta potties, and there was already like a couple hundred juggalos there, and those porta potties went to fucking shit so fast. I don't know which literal projectile shits in there, and like I don't even understand you. And you had to shit, right? You couldn't go run all the way back in the woods and shit, so you had to like pick the least shitty shit one. It was fucking horrible.
And those motherfuckers were overflowing to the top.
In the
literally, yeah, they were, bro.
Gosh.
Hell yeah.
Dude, yeah, my ball hairs definitely fucking scraped another human being's shit. Like, it was ball hair length away from my nutsack. You know what I'm saying?
They had, I seen a lot of bitches fucking tampons and shit in that little side toilet. You know, the shit was just nasty.
Yeah, dude, it was pretty nasty, yeah.
Yeah, basically, Zetro, this is what I'm saying. Everything I'm saying is leading up to exactly this.
What up, Zitro? Good to see you here, man. Thanks for joining. That's so funny, bro.
But I did get to use the bathroom in the Duchess prior to the Juggalos showing up and them shutting that shit down. And, I mean, it wasn't all that, but it definitely seemed like all that after a couple days.
Well, yeah, because we went into the Duchess like on the Friday or the Saturday, and the bathroom was like still open.
The bathroom was open. All those chairs were laid out. Like the whole fucking layout was almost different. Once the Juggalos showed up, like the Duchess got scared.
By the time I got there on Sunday, that shit was blocked the fuck off.
Yeah, I seen the little fucking burrito guy having to take a shit, and he had to like crawl underneath the tables and shit and move everything just to get back there. I highly considered paying that guy like a fucking $20 to just use that shitter all week. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we had Blake's shitter in the camper, so that was nice.
Yeah, that's why.
With the shitter in the camper, I wasn't really like using it during the parking lot party because.
Well, we couldn't, right?
I just, recounting that. I guess we can do it next year. We just didn't have electricity and water, so.
Right.
That's why those days in the woods, I mean, there were porta potties brought to us, I believe, and they were put down by those barrels and that one dinosaur. But I gotta tell you, dude, I didn't know about those porta potties prior to my event, so I was told about those fucking a poop too late. I didn't even know I could squat like that anymore at my age. It's pretty sick. Pretty sick and cool. Are you looking up pictures of poop right now?
No, I told you about that giveaway and I just lost it.
Show me your rock, show me the call. MCD, MCD, I'm hustle control. When the clock goes by, these boys all along brings it home, and my mama helped me bury the bones.
Oh, they're overlays. My bad. I was trying to fucking put us on it like we were previewing a thing.
Cool.
I mostly shot that video so I could get that last part of that guy's back fat. Did you like it? Did you see it?
It was, yeah, it was pretty good.
It was pretty sick.
An unprovoked bowel movement.
Oh, sorry. I was about to read this. The owner of the Duchess told us fanons and condoms were the biggest requests in there. I mean, how much were the
Funyuns.
condoms? Who the fuck uses
What's
condoms?
a fanon?
It's a
Oh, Funyuns.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, fanons, dude. All about it.
Yo, Royal Butcher Music got sunburned like a motherfucker. I seen him the last day. That boy was fucking red.
Dude, that guy looked like a piece of beef jerky on Saturday. Shit was crazy. Every time I looked at him, I'm like, this motherfucker's just out here in the sun hawking hat pins. Like, go do something else. Every time I rolled by on the mobility scooter, conserving energy.
I feared sunburn so much this gathering.
Remember when you put on all that suntan lotion and then went out in the sun, and when you came back, you were whiter?
Yeah, I realized I didn't really go shirtless as much this year, so my fat white body, majority of it is still just a fat white body. I was trying to go full Zitro, but I fucking ended up.
Yo, when Zitro told me that he's Puerto Rican and he doesn't sweat, I did not feel that shit.
Yeah, it must be nice, man.
Yeah, it must be nice to be Puerto Rican. Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Those first couple days in the woods, I would say, weren't so bad. The weather prior to, what was it, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, the Friday humidity was really bad, and then on like Friday night or Saturday morning, right, it fucking rained a little bit.
Everything felt really good. We started, all the people who were there started getting dicked around a little bit by, I already forget this kid's name, Steve Trickle, and fucking, I don't know, I think whoever coordinated the constant moving of the camps did a very successful job ruining any sort of fun or mischievous activities we had planned. Because it seems that every time the Juggalos got comfortable and set up to camp during those pre-cum days, we were told to either be on standby to move or to move. And nobody ever really got settled in. Maybe those first couple days where we were playing the movies, but outside of that, it was just all we were all on the move constantly, or we were just sitting down temporarily.
Yeah, let me take it back to the top for a second. So we show up on Friday, June 30th at 9:30 in the morning, and we pull into the parking lot across the street from the Legend Valley sign, and we see Willie Hayes, we see a couple other homies there, and we pull into the parking lot, we stop, we greet, we're straight chilling, and it's like 9:30 in the morning, and Willie's like, yo, we've been up here since 6 a.m., and they said they're going to let us in between 6 and 10. And then like 10 a.m. rolled around, and it was like, oh, we're actually going deeper into the parking lot across the street from the Legend Valley sign. And that's exactly how that shit played out. And we ended up going to the area called the Forest, and we were just in this little bald patch in the forest for like a whole day. And then on Saturday, KJ showed up, and then on Sunday morning, they moved us from the forest out into like this back fucking field, which was awful. And they did that like on Saturday, because you were never in the forest, right, Just My Luck?
Right.
You just showed up into the parking lot?
Yeah. Yo, Mac, did you just mute yourself a second ago?
Yeah.
Because I hear some fucking like feedback. It was like real quiet when Blake was talking. Yeah. See.
Oh yeah. That is.
Yeah. What
really
the hell?
loud. What do you got? A fan in there or something? It just sounds like a fan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we showed up Friday morning at 9:30. They said we were going to go across the street between like 6 and 10. And then they brought us to the back instead. And then they moved us again the next day. They started lining everybody up in the field, which was like the worst because even though it was kind of nice outside, it was still all sun all day. So like there was no shade. That shit sucked. And then on July 4th in the morning, they moved us up to the parking lot across the street from the sign, and they lined us up. And then that's when Juggalos started getting like all chaotic, and everybody thought that we were going to move on July
3rd.
Everybody thought we were going to move across the street on July 3rd, but that's not what happened. And instead, John Alger was like, we're going to fucking do a parking lot party here tonight. So everybody, everybody settled in, and like, let me tell you something, Juggalos. The parking lot party was way more wild than the gathering of the Juggalos, completely. As soon as John Algar said that we were gonna all fucking chill in that parking lot that night, everybody went wild. Yeah, this is not the parking lot. This is actually the field, and this is where we would have moved to on Sunday morning. So this picture was taken around like noon, 1 o'clock. On Sunday, and if you look at the back there, right to the right, you can see my camper lined up with my truck next to it. I heard Blunt Man got his RV stuck in the grass back here and shit. Or maybe it was when we pulled ahead and went up into the other area.
He's been phoning it in since Malenka.
Yeah. So yeah, anyway, the parking lot party was the fucking shit. You know, like I said, we showed up Friday morning, and then KJ showed up on Saturday, and then we went and picked up Just My Luck on Sunday. And it's just like,
fucking John Alger.
What about him?
I was thinking,
Yeah, yeah. Remember when I was like, I wonder what it's like to fuck that guy, and then and what it's like when he comes, and then he's like, hey, this is my wife, and she fucks me. And I was like, does it sound like this? And she's like, yeah, it does. And then they just walked away, and it was, dude, that was really fun. I like that part.
Yeah, John Algar is a cool dude. Good
John
guy.
Algar is a cool guy. Did you see him walking around with that fucking baby Silva?
Well, no, I did not.
He had like a little baby ball of duct tape, and he's like saying that it's going to be as big as Big Silva one day. And yeah, he wanted me to pick it up and shit. And I was like, fuck that. I'm not touching that dirty ass fucking tape ball.
Touch my ball.
Yeah. It's baby Silva. But yeah, man. So anyway, finally, after waiting all fucking day on the 4th, they finally decided to let us in around maybe like, after waiting all night on the 3rd, they finally decided to let us in on the 4th around like what, like 10 a.m. or noon or some shit. It was late. It was late in the morning, and we pulled across the street. We got into our parking spot, and then we just chilled there.
So we were across the street, and prior to the morning that we moved, there were rumors coming from the back of the Juggalos who just weren't there long enough. There were rumors coming up to the front that all those Juggalos were going to bum rush the front.
Yeah, they felt slighted.
Yeah, they were going to cut all the ballers off. They were going to just try to ruin the whole fucking thing for everybody, you know. So that morning,
ruined it for us up front.
Yeah, it was going to be a whole war. You know, everybody was prepared for war, it seemed.
Yeah, we had plans.
And then the next morning, we did finally get the word. I forgot who came and fucking told me that, you know, we got the word that we're finally going to start moving. And as we start moving, I see this individual trying to...
God. I forgot all about that. Yo, what about Tom Wood and shit wanting to take a piss?
Oh, yeah. Well, that's not a big deal. Tom Wood had to take a piss. I told him no.
Yeah, because I wasn't using the toilet in the camper in the parking lot. I didn't want to piss in it because I didn't have the toilet chemical in there, and I didn't plan on treating the toilet until we went in, because the longer we use the toilet, the more it fucking ferments, and I didn't want to use it for 4 days in the parking lot and then not empty it and use it for another 4, because it was stinking like piss by the end of the gathering. You know what I'm saying?
I'll be honest, man. The bathroom in your camper, it never really ended up smelling that bad. Not that I think.
Well, it never ended up smelling that good either.
That's right.
There was a mutual in between.
But I didn't have the toilet chemical in my toilet, and so I didn't want to put any piss or shit in it. And Tom Wood, well, it's not my story. I don't even know where I was.
You were probably sleeping. I think it was just me and Eric, and he came up to the fucking. He said, "Hey man, can I take a piss in here?" And I was like, "Yeah, I don't know. We're not using it yet." And then he was like, I think he reiterated, it's like, just for a pee, like. I was like, "Yeah, no, dude."
Yeah. I remember he came into the camper while I was sleeping, and he's like, "Oh, maybe I'll just sit on this guy," and fucking. I held my hand up like, "Yo, what up?" And then I went. I went back up to him a little bit later on. "Hey, man, I was the guy that was asleep in the camper. What's up?" And
he also was cutting us off. I don't care who you are, dude. You don't cut us off.
Yeah, Tom Wood 100% looked me dead in my eyes, and he was like, "I just need to block," and I was like, "No, Tom. I'm sorry, Tom. Like." You're great, Tom. You're a pillar of the Juggalo community, Tom. But it's like, here's the thing. Here's the thing about it. I looked right at him and I said, "You're talking about cutting in front of me, Tom." And he goes, "Yeah." And I was like, "I can't do it, bud. I can't do it." So anyway, that's enough of the Tom Wood story. So then
hold on. I just got one more thing to add about the Tom Wood.
Go ahead.
So we're fucking so Tom Wood is outside of Blake's camper, and Blake kindly says to him, "Hey, Tom, I don't know if you take suggestions or not."
Oh yeah.
How did that go, Blake?
I saw Tom, and he had his float. He had his float pendant on.
Medallion.
Charm. He had his float charm on. And I'm looking at the canoe, and I'm looking at the paddle that comes off the canoe, and it kind of looks like a little bit like a fucking machete. And I was like, "Oh, Tom, if you're open to suggestions, maybe you should do like a Halloween-themed float and then make the canoe a machete." And it's like, he had no idea what the fuck I was talking about. And it's just, I don't know. I just look like a fucking asshole in front, like a dumbass in front of Tom Wood. Yo, kill that fan, bro.
It's already off.
Well, then it's something else.
Yeah, he didn't know how to respond to that.
Yeah, so anyway, Tom Wood pulls up next to me, parks next to me, hides me. Nobody can find me in the parking lot. I can hear you. And, so anyway, the next day, he tries to ask if he can cut me off. I'm like, "No, I'm sorry, bro." And then go ahead, Mac, now with this big white truck. Now, here's the thing. Behind the scenes, when I'm talking to Mac personally, he likes to get fucking mad about shit. And I'm like, "Bro, you don't have to be mad." You know what I'm saying? So when we rolled up to the parking lot and shit, I was like, "Man, I hope Mac has a good weekend. We put in a lot of effort and energy to get out here. And I hope that he doesn't get mad and shit." And for the whole weekend, he kept his cool. It was fucking straight as fuck. Nothing triggered him. And then go ahead, Mac, please. Tell your story now about the white truck. You must oh, great. He disconnected. Anyway, so Tom Wood wants to cut in front of me, and then this white truck pulls up and tries to cut off Tom Wood. And I'm like, "We can't be having that." And Mac got real mad, bro. And he jumped out of the passenger window of the truck and was looking over the roof of the truck, and he just starts screaming at this guy, man. It was so fucking crazy. He's like, "We've been here since Friday, blah blah blah, festival law." He kept screaming.
And during all this, I'm passed the fuck out, sleeping in the camper. Blake and Mac got into the truck. I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna keep sleeping," and fucking while I was waking up from moving, I hear fucking Mac just going off on this dude, fucking.
Oh shit! What's
every
up, Lil
fucking name in the
Taffy?
book.
Yo, what up? It's so good to see you in the chat, Lil Taffy. Thank you, man. Yeah, did you see all that shit? You did see it? Mac was yelling at that guy, and then like more than 3 people had to come and be like, Mac, just fucking calm down. You know what I mean? But yeah, shout out to Mac while he's not here right now for I saw that Mac was ready to fight. Yeah, Mac wanted like literally jumped half of his body out of the truck to scream over the thing.
Yeah, Mac was seeing red.
Yeah, definitely. And it wasn't his skin sunburn. So anyway, so we pull across the street. Enough of all that. So we fucking finally pull across the street. It's July 4th. It's around, what do you say, Royal Butcher Music? When did we move? We moved sometime between like, I feel like 10 and noon or something, because I know we had some homies come out around like 1 or 2. Yeah, sometime between 10 and noon. So we pop over there. We get in line. They start one baller line. It's a very short one. Then they start a second baller lot line. Then they start a third one. And then John Malenko shows up, and I'm trying to get him into the baller lot line. And I'm trying to finagle my way with all these fucking security people, but it just wasn't working, man.
Eventually it did, though. Everything that we had planned, or that you had planned, what you wanted to do, how to freak it, it fucking ended up working. At the time,
the only thing
like
when we finally got in, the only thing that it did work out because we were next to each other, but I wish we would have been beside each other instead of front and back. And there was like the people that were next to us in that toppy with the brown truck or whatever. Like I walked over to him and I was like, "Would you mind if you just like backed up one spot, you know, so that me and my boy can be next to each other?"
Like,
and then that person was like, "Oh, I'll back up a little bit, but like not out of this spot." I'm like, "Well, that's useless to me."
Yeah.
And that's because I was trying to save that spot. And then all of a sudden, John Malenko like comes out of nowhere
and pulls up behind us. It actually ended up working out better. I feel.
I would have like a double wide facing the stage. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah. I mean, it all worked out though. You know what I mean? Sometimes what you want and what you get.
John Reynolds says the parking lot shit was bullshit. Yeah, it's all good because at the end of the day, here's how I truly felt about all the bullshit. You know, for what it's worth, Willie Hayes and me were talking about festival law, and Willie's like, you know, everybody knows you're the second one. Nobody's trying to cut you, man. Don't sweat the technique and shit. And I felt that, and then it was like all I kept thinking about is I literally don't care where I'm at in this baller lot line to go in. I just would prefer to have like one of the front facing spots, you know what I'm saying? So that we could see the stage from our baller lot. And it all worked out really, really well. Now, here's something that I learned that I don't want to share, but I'm going to share anyway.
Max restarting his modem.
Okay. The festival law says licks.
Licks?
So, on the Legend Valley grounds in the first row of baller lots, remember when we went down there and fucking did those hose showers?
Yes.
So those hoses,
we were the only ones that did that too. We were the only ones. I kept looking to see if anybody was doing the same thing.
Nobody come down. We just found this hose on the ground by the fucking food vendors on July 4th at night. Too. And it was nice.
Cold, and we were all we were all fucking hot from being in that parking lot for a few days. And by then, y'all were already fucking like 2 days deep when I met you. But I want to go back to that fucking that Walmart, and what was it, Hebron or something like that, man. That place was fucking huge. We're in there, and it started fucking raining. Like, it rained like a foot while we were inside that fucking Walmart. And then we were looking up and shit. I think Mac might have the video. There was a fucking ill-ass double rainbow.
Yeah, the sky was yellow as fucking shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was wild. Yeah, we picked you up on Sunday and then went to Hebron or to the Hebron Road or some shit.
Yep. And I just want to shout out Ross real quick for bringing me back to the airport. I really.
Oh hell yeah, Ross
that.
is a real one. Eh? He's a quiet little weirdo, but he's dope as fuck, and that's why we fucking stay homies.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anyway, we didn't get too far in the story, Mac. We were just shooting the shit about the Walmart and stuff, and how the Walmart was huge, and the double rainbow.
Rainbow.
Hey, hold on, I gotta say hi to Mima.
What up, Mima?
What a bun.
But anyways, I left. I accidentally left. Not accidentally, but I left most of the snacks that you guys got. I think Mac brought snacks and John brought snacks, and I left them.
Is my mic any better?
Yeah, way better. But I left all that shit in Blake's camper, and I wish that I had that fucking tapatio motherfucking macaroni and cheese right about now. That shit,
dude, I got so many wrap snacks, and I got so many wrap snacks. I got wrap snacks. Ooh wee! Strawberry lemonade. I got some fucking wrap snacks, ramen and shit. Yo, Candy the Clown. Yo, I pieced out on Miss Juggalette because it looked like it wasn't gonna get wild, so I missed the fucking wet t-shirt contest. I slept through it, and I went down to Miss Juggalette, and I watched everybody do their intro, and then I just fucking left. Actually, I saw Brandon Buckingham for the second time at the Miss Juggalette pageant, and I talked to him a little bit. I was asking him. Now I know that Brandon wasn't a part of the Fish Tank project with Sam Hyde and Jet Neptune, but if you go back and watch Brandon Buckingham's Gathering of the Juggalos video from last year, Jet Neptune was with him. And since I found out about Fish Tank, excuse me, I've been into Jet, and I thought Jet was going to be there, but he wasn't.
Are you talking about that show?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Anyway, I saw Brandon Buckingham at Miss Juggalette, and then I just fucking pieced out on the scooter because there was a lot of sun and not a lot of wild activity. But congratulations to you, though, Candy the Clown, on winning Miss Juggalette. Yo, that's dope as fuck. Are you going to enter again next year? Now, at the costume contest, bro, I'm all over the place right quick, but at the costume contest, the guy that won first place, what's that loud-ass noise? Can you hear that? Oh.
A car going by.
The guy that won first place at the costume contest this year was the guy that won first place in the costume contest last year with the same fucking contest, same fucking costume.
Really?
Yeah, dude. But hey, shout out to that guy though. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows him. He's the homie with the big ass fucking armor and shit. He had that big ass battle axe.
That's kind of fucked up.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
I don't like that.
Candy the Clown says, yeah, I won. I showed my butthole and performed my Clown Drip song that was featured here on your show last month.
Oh, okay. That was a decent song if I remember.
I don't remember. Let me fucking grab my document and grab the track, and maybe we'll take a break and play that track right quick.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I didn't expect to go to the costume contest, but I did end up going down there. She said last month. Is it Candy the Clown as the artist as well?
Oh, it's Candy Bars. I remember the song.
Oh, Candy Bars? Okay, I remember that name.
Yeah.
Let me find that. And we'll play it. It'll just take me a second.
So excited to announce that
Run that back, turbo.
Pull up with the axe and wax, they all on me. Faceplate on the Vega, dripping on me. Wicked clown dripping at the show with the homies. Got a strip of white fluff turned up into the morning. Fuck your sleep, I better not take it snoring. Gas pack louder than these dinosaurs roaring. You know I stay lit, but right now I'm soaring. Parking lots packed with misfits and loners. All of them strapped with gaps and isotoners. Everybody tactical for the coronas. Munchies on jack for the everyday stoners. Trip too hard, don't stand too close. You go fucking run and drown on my clown trip stage. Trip too hard, don't stand too close. You go fucking run and drown in my juggalo wave. Trip too hard, don't stand too close. You go fucking run and drown with my fatal sprays. Trip too hard, don't stand too close. You go fucking run and drown on my clown trip stage. Trip too hard, don't stand too close. You go fucking run and drown on my clown trip stage. Trip too hard, don't stand too close. You go fucking run and drown in my juggalo wave. Trip too hard, don't stand too close. You go fucking run and drown with my fatal sprays. Trip too hard, don't stand too close. You go fucking run and drown on my clown trip stage. Gathering a juggalo, shit is a parade. Gotta show a puddle just to get him out his cage. Pick up another board, juggalo getting made. Huffing on balloons, putting holes in their brain. No wonder why these motherfuckers say that we insane. Face behind the paint, I'm just staying in my lane. Blinded by the diamonds of my hatchet man Jane. Clown dripping so hard, color fade gold rain. Trip too hard, I don't want pain. I just wanna dance in the fade gold rain. Trip too hard, see the cushion tape. You go fucking run and drown in my juggalo wave. Got the wicked clown drip, got the clown drip, 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 drip. Got the clown drip, got the wicked clown drip, got the clown drip, drip, got the drip, drip. Got the clown drip, got the wicked clown drip, got the clown drip, 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 drip. Got the clown drip, got the wicked clown drip, got the clown drip. Drip too hard, don't stand too close. You go fucking run and drown on my clown trip stage. Drip too hard, don't stand too close. You go fucking run and drown in my juggalo wave. Drip too hard, don't stand too close. You go fucking run and drown with my fatal sprays. Drip too hard, don't stand too close. You go fucking run and drown on my clown trip stage. Clown trip stage.
I'm working for an hourly wage. I went to high school, didn't do great. Still, I gotta make more cash. More education is what I'm looking at. When I get a degree, I will make a bigger salary. So now I've got to see which college is right for me. I went on the internet and found Education Connection. I took some free tests to find out my direction. I'm taking my classes online, getting my degree on my own time. Education Connection matched me with the right college for free. Get connected for free, free with Education Connection. Get connected for free, free with Education Connection.
Log on now and get your free success kit worth $100. Log on now to Education.
A free success kit worth $100, bro. You better fucking call that shit now.
I wonder what that
I hope
bitch is doing
somebody
these days.
Yo, shout out one
Get
more
on
big
a
time to
fucking
Candy
Juggalo.
Bars. Thanks for reminding me about the submission on the show. That was a good track. That
Yeah,
Clown
it was
Drip
song of the
Stage
night.
shit.
If I remember correctly.
I have to check.
You do remember correctly.
Yeah, I remember correctly.
So what day are we on? Are we in the gates?
Yeah, basically as far as we got. We got pulled in, and we got pulled into our. We got the story is that we got.
There was a
pulled into the
fucking
baller lot, and then
ambulance.
John pulled in.
An ambulance showed up
In the forest?
before we even crossed the fucking street.
Oh,
There
yeah,
was
we were in
already
the parking lot.
juggalos up to no good. Fucking having the ambulances coming there. Literally weren't even in the gates yet, and shit was already popping off. I'm still actually not sure what happened in that
me
particular
neither.
situation, but
Well, in
you know.
another situation, there was an unfortunate death that happened at the gathering, and that was the homie Juggalo Jesus. Rest in peace.
Yeah,
That
rest in
sucks.
peace for sure.
Did
I
it ever
heard there
get
was.
confirmed if more than one guy died or what?
That's what I was about to say because I heard that there was like 3, which is
The
all
biggest,
bad all around.
with
but
all due
fuck,
respect to
dude.
the people that I don't know, the biggest deal
Yeah.
was made about that Juggalo Jesus guy.
Yeah, for sure.
But I never heard no names or anything about anybody else. I just heard
That's the only name that I heard. Yeah, a couple little rumors.
There was just a lot of talk about a lot of fucking people either not handling their drugs correctly or people selling fentanyl and fucked up fake drugs. On both ends of it, if you're selling fentanyl, fuck you. And on the other end of it, if you're just ODing off the good stuff, stop doing that. It's really gonna fuck it up for the rest of us.
Yeah, take it from me. I did mushrooms this year instead of acid. I probably could have gotten away with it, but wasn't taking no chances.
I understand, like it's hot as fuck, man, and not everybody out there is fucking
staying hydrated.
That and just like people go hard as fuck for no reason. Well, I guess for a good reason. You're going hard as fuck for a pretty good reason, but don't go that hard.
I stay pretty low key, like around the house and shit, and like I don't even drink alcohol and stuff. But
yeah, same.
When it comes to the gathering of the Juggalos, man, I don't feel like it's something that I'm obligated to do. Because like you guys know, like what I did a bunch of, I had my fun with drugs in the parking lot party, and then like as soon as we got into the gates, bro, like I stopped doing drugs. All I was doing really was barely smoking blunts that was being like fed to me from John Malenko and Gruff made. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then it wasn't until like the last night that I finally started getting fucking wild again, and that was like bittersweet because I just gotta fucking let loose inside the grounds as well next year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That last night, I was
Yeah.
on it, dude.
Yeah,
I was
me
on
too.
a couple different things, and
Yeah.
I had a
Yeah.
great night. But at the same time, I look back at my actions. Like,
Blakey
well,
was
that's
dependent on what?
That's definitely not you, dude.
Yeah, so we get in. Okay, so we get into the
Or
grounds, we
yeah.
park, we get all unpacked and everything's just great. And I'm getting ready to go get John Malenko to be next to us. And that I thought it was falling apart, and then it fucking fit together perfectly, and everything was great. And then it was day one. And I don't even know. I gotta look at the schedule.
Oh, I freaked out for a second. All right, we got into the gates. Obviously, there was fucking ambulances there already. Steve Trickle was being a bit of a bitch. Fucking big shout out to Willie Hayes, man. What a
Hell yeah.
Willie Hayes took the mantle of the grown up during all these fucking days prior to the gates opening, and it just takes one person to stand up and say a couple smart words for the Juggalos to follow, and they did. It seemed pretty well organized for just for a bunch of fucking drug users who are in the woods a week prior to a festival. We kept that shit pretty fucking clean. And let me read this.
They got a splash page on the fucking Juggalo website right now that it says no more online ticket orders. You have to fucking nobody will be turned away at the gathering. Just come to the grounds, basically is what it said. All right, yo. Oh, so the first thing then that popped off is we get in there. Now it's Wednesday, July 5th at noon. The first day, the first events of the gathering are popping off. They had that wedding, and then they had karaoke, and they started the Mad Movies tent. And we didn't do anything until around 2 p.m. We went down. Hold on a second.
No, that's not true. Not Slim One definitely went to the wedding. I believe he was actually like the flower
He was,
boy
yeah,
or
yeah, yeah.
girl,
No, yeah, he
whatever.
was the flower girl. And then after that, we went to the fucking intergalactic fucking smoke out. We stopped
Bro, that
by,
shit
but it was
was
fucking so packed.
fuck that, my dude. You know what? Royal Butcher Music and Horror definitely had that place packed the fuck out. But
Yeah,
Oh yeah, dude. We rolled up there and I wanted
Jesus.
there were so many people there.
yeah, I wanted to go out there and support the show and shit under the
We couldn't
tent. And
even
we
get
rolled up
in.
dude, I walked in right up to the front center of the stage and I was like, how do we get into the globe? And he's like, you got to go stand in the line. And I looked at the line and it was longer than the tent. And I was like, dude, it's way too hot at 2 p.m. for this shit. I don't know
Imagine
how they're doing it.
standing inside that fucking thing with
Oh,
how
bro,
hot
did you
that
see
it
the
was.
video? Did you see the video where they were like had the paint can and they were blowing it into the globe with the fucking with the leaf blower and shit?
Yeah.
It was out of control, dude. And I walked in there and it was just all weed smoke. That's all that was happening there. It was fucking awesome. I wanted to stay a little longer, but I
Dude,
think
there was
you all
so
agree.
much weed smoke in there you couldn't even breathe.
I think you
regular
all
air.
agree that it was the consensus that we mutually get the fuck out of there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, then we went back down to fucking to camp or whatever. And
Yeah, so we left the intergalactic smoke sesh and we did not go see the Martian stage. And then 3 p.m. they did arm wrestling. And 5 p.m. they did the Mr. Juggalo pageant. So, like, I don't even remember anything from 2 to 6. We just must have chilled out. And then we went down to the main stage for Freeze Martian, right?
yeah, that's
Why don't
right.
you talk about that?
Freeze Martian and Fury. Mad Max was also on that. He did a song as well. Anyways, fucking I walked down there and I was gonna do their fucking whatchamacallit. You know, I was gonna do a little video for him or whatever. And I was standing in front of the stage or whatever, getting like the best footage I can, and then all of a sudden, fucking my phone, it started overheating like a motherfucker, and I was doing it live on Instagram, I think, and I fucking I had to run back outside the fucking gate, and I ended up grabbing John's phone that he was recording with, and I went to go back to the gate, and they wouldn't fucking let me through to get in front of the barrier. So I had to stand outside and fucking we ended up getting that footage. It was really good. Freeze and Fury put on a great show, man. I'm actually wearing the Freeze Martian shirt right now. I'll turn on my camera real quick. Oh, maybe not. I'm watching on my laptop and I just got my phone screen off. But yeah, it was fucking dope, man. Those guys did a great job, and I'm really, really proud of them for doing their thing. And yeah, I mean that was the first time that either of them played the main stage at the gathering, and it was a long time coming.
Remember
Right
when your
over there.
whole fucking, with respect, remember when your whole Freeze Martian crew was hanging around the baller lot? Was that
Yeah.
before or after their performance?
That was before. That was the night before on the 4th of July.
So they came in and they were vibing with you out on the night of getting in early for the ballers.
Yeah. Yeah, that was that night, 4th
Dude,
of July.
your boys are wild, bro, because they just kept like fucking screaming at each other, and everybody in our camp kept looking over there because we kept thinking like a fight was gonna fucking break out. Everybody was getting all animated.
Yeah, dude, fucking lots of drugs, man. And we're all drinking over there and shit too. And then, man,
Yeah, okay, so then after Freeze Martian, I at least busted back to the campsite. And during that time, it was Al Mal and the Six. And then at around 7:30, motherfucking Clockwork E took the main stage. And that shit was off the fucking chain.
yeah, I just missed that shit.
That's too fucking bad, man, because
I already went back and I watched it. It was dope.
Yeah, as always, Clockwork,
did a
he
good
put on a
job.
fucking amazing show. Everybody was singing their lyrics, man. Everybody knew what the fuck was going on. And right quick, speaking of Clockwork E, on July 4th, the night before the gathering, those motherfuckers literally brought a pirate ship to the gathering of the Juggalos, and they performed an entire concert over by second stage in their baller lot area, where again, they had a fucking pirate ship.
Yeah. Do we got pictures of that on hand? That shit
There's
was dope, man.
There's a picture of me standing in front of the pirate ship on the Juggalo Juice Instagram. See if I can pull that up right
Yeah,
quick.
which by the way is Juggalo Juice FLH on Instagram. We're close to 1,000 followers over there, so if you're watching this right now, listening, you got an Instagram, go over to Instagram and follow us, Juggalo Juice FLH, and maybe we'll follow you back.
Clockwork E told us that they were given the pirate ship by their sound people or some shit like that.
Right,
yeah, I forget who it was, but yeah, they definitely said that.
I'm just seeking that picture. I thought we put the pic. Oh, here it is. Yeah, not the best picture here, but I'm sure there's other way better pictures. Let me share my screen.
Yeah. Anyways, those guys are pretty cool.
So anyway, here is the fucking the pirate ship. Now, what you can't see is the mast and everything in the center. You can see a couple of the wind sails right there on the right above my head, but like the mast was fucking big. Like it had like 3 or 4 layers of fucking wind sails on it, and it was the best. Clockwork E loves Juggalo Juice. And so anyway, that was
stretched out collars.
What'd you say?
Stretched out collars.
Yeah, and then after Clockwork E, it was Hex and Kung Fu Vampire and Dropout Kings and Nodis. And I didn't go down to the stage for any of that, and I couldn't tell you at all what I did during that time.
I did go down for Nodis.
Okay.
Nodis, fuck, dude. I think I was only down there for like maybe 10 minutes. I got over it real fast. I have no issue with Nodis. There's certain acts I prefer to see on second stage in the middle of the fucking night.
I didn't
and
even tell
Isham
you guys, but go ahead.
and Nodis would be one of those. So I
didn't
didn't
tell you
like
guys,
them on
but
main stage.
Let me switch some audio.
I got to meet Isham for a brief moment. That was pretty cool.
Leave it like the way it is.
What did he tell you about the world?
It's a shitty place.
Watch out, motherfucker!
To just keep doing my best, and good things shall come my way. I'm trying to find footage of them performing on the fucking pirate ship on YouTube, but I don't think anything's up there yet.
All right, so after Nodis, then it was Juggalesque. Nobody in our crew went down there.
No.
And then, we saw NGS when we were looking at merch. NGS, nice guy. Said I was going to go down to his show. Unfortunately, I didn't find the time to make it down there. But on the second stage, it was NGS and then Trey Magic, Tier Diaz, Big Fluff, Gunner B, and then Zitro. And then the coursing. Now, I think I rolled by the Zitro stage, but I definitely didn't go and see that particular performance. But I know that we got coverage of his Juggalo Cypher and Zitro, man. The next day, even though he performed at fucking 3:30 in the morning, okay, Zitro was still dressed to impress and fucking rolled up on. We were late to the Juggalo podcast on the Blast Off stage on day 2.
You know how we do, baby.
But not our guest, Zitro. He was there, man, ready to go. And, man, mad respect to the man's hustle.
Yeah.
We really appreciate that.
Yeah, that shit was dope, man. Zitro's a nice guy in real life. Shout out to him, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And if you didn't
Yeah.
catch the Juggalo podcast went down, I think really well. I still haven't rewatched it. Well, I normally don't rewatch any of this shit, but from the audio complaints, I heard that was the only thing.
Well, you know
shout
what?
out Scotty D for giving us a mixer board and shout out to the fucking
Microphones
stage
and
guy
everything.
for giving us all the microphones. We had the mixer board connected to my laptop and we had the headphones plugged in, and everybody's headphones, we could hear everybody in the monitor on the microphones, and I could push audio out of my laptop through the board, and everybody could hear that as well, but I just couldn't get the fucking microphones to go into the computer. I'm not fully retarded, you know, and I thought I had a good idea of what was happening, but after several minutes of trying to fix it, I just gave up.
Yeah.
So if you go back and watch the podcast and you see us talking into the mics, we hear ourselves great. It was a great show.
We were all able to hear each other. But you know what? If you go back and you watch the episode and you listen with headphones, you could hear the show decently well, even though everything that was going on in the background was fucking loud. And you know, there was a lot of people that showed up to that fucking flea market thing, you know.
Zitro says that I needed an audio interface,
packed.
and all I was trying to do was select the microphone as a source through Windows. And even in StreamYard itself, I can change my audio settings and not do them universally through Windows. And StreamYard could see the mixer board. It just couldn't fucking receive audio from the mics. It could see the board. It just couldn't fucking hear it. I'll do a better job next year. Juggalo Juice is going to be full effect next year at the fucking podcast event.
See, I don't know why we didn't think of that. The audio fucking interface, man. You're right. I think that makes interface. Yeah. I mean, that's what I thought, man. I thought that the mixer, I thought that whatever it was something in your computer that wasn't connecting. But we had a good show, man. It was dope. If you guys saw the show, it was cool. We had Zitro
I
on
kind
there.
of had like this rough idea of how I wanted the show to go. We all talked about it collectively.
It went better than
kind of had this
we
idea.
expected, I think.
And I'd say like the first half out, like the whole part of the show that was with Zitro, that was kind of like planned. You know what I mean? But then every single other thing else that we had planned, it never materialized. And the
For
shit
whatever
that
reason.
ended up happening was fresher than what we had planned anyway.
Yeah.
On the Juggalo podcast, on the Juggalo Juice podcast last week at the gathering at the fucking flea market taco podcast event, which by the way, we did the podcast for an hour.
No tacos.
The podcast was a 3-hour, it was a 3-hour event. And after an hour, I asked Just My Luck, I was like, can you hold it down? And he was like, yeah. So I went to handle some business. And then when I come back through, I was going to get some tacos for the boys. And they're like, oh, all we got is taco shells. Do you want that? And I'm like, no, I want the fucking meat, yo. So we never got the fucking tacos. But there was a lot of sick merch at the flea market.
Yeah.
It just makes me like want to go to the gathering with an even larger budget, you know?
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, so after Zitro, fucking, I'm sitting there thinking, yo, the wheels in my head are fucking turning because, you know, both of our other guests that we had lined up, shit just fucking fell through for whatever reason. No big deal. Shout out to y'all, know who you are. But fucking, I seen this motherfucker, Big Gucci Berry. And I watched this dude's videos, man. He got this shit called Swing to the Sack Sunday, where he just gets his balls fucking mutilated every single fucking time. So I'm looking over at him and fucking, I got up real quick and I just asked him, I'm like, hey man, you know, our one of our guests is late to the show or whatever. I don't think they're going to be here. Would you mind stopping by with us for like, 5-10 minutes to chat it up or whatever? And fucking Michael Lincoln from Lincoln Gas Supply ended up paying him $100. That was the fee to kick him in the balls. And this guy didn't feel a fucking thing, man. He didn't even fucking feel it. He just looked at him like he was stupid. Yeah.
Michael Lincoln, who yo, shut up. Yeah. I'll give you $100 to kick you in the dick.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out Michael Lincoln. Lincoln Gas Supply presents Juggalo Juice. We had $20 eights all day at the gathering. And that was all because of Michael Lincoln. We couldn't have pulled that off. We could have only thought about it if it wasn't for him. So shout out Lincoln Gas Supply. Shout out Mikey Boy 17. And yo, that shit is dope as fuck, bro. He had the sickest fucking Lincoln Gas Supply presents Juggalo Juice banner. And he was giving weed to everybody. Somebody said that Ouija Mac already knew about the Juggalo Juice weed.
Oh, really?
I thought that was cool.
Oh, that's pretty dope, man. I had no idea that Ouija Mac knew.
There's that fucking sick ass banner.
Yeah, this shit is dope. Is that the one that he brought, or is that the one that we got?
That's the one he brought.
Oh, damn.
So yeah, so fucking this guy just pulls out like $100 and just fucking kicks Gucci Berry in the dick. And Gucci Berry just stands there and does nothing.
Yo,
Later,
actually,
he's like, I had a 12-pound bowling ball dropped off of a roof onto my cock.
yo, he's had worse shit happen. Like this dude fucking like, he had like a weed whacker to the fucking nutsack. Like you name it, he's fucking done it, man.
Man, Licks, you are a disgusting ass motherfucker. This is by far the dumbest comment made in 1 hour, 6 minutes, and 46 seconds. Tic Tac Taco is so bad, and for any of you Caucasian folks who fucking are fooled into thinking this is okay. Taco Bell is fire, right? This is the worst shit ever. I'm just gonna time you out.
I just think of
Honestly, I didn't even try it because you guys said that it was so bad, and then Licks Licks said that it was fucking awesome, so I was conflicted, and I just never even got it.
Every time I go,
Where are you from?
He's coming to me with me to work.
Yo, that taco spot was my lifesaver.
Yeah, probably the whitest place in the world, Mac.
You guys are saying the worst things.
Taco Bell is not fire, says
Candy the
Flynn.
Clown, I didn't like.
You're also timed out,
like
baby
that.
girl. We're sorry.
Yeah, I'm about to just.
Yo, anybody who says Tic Tac Taco is good is a fucking liar, okay? Or your mouth has a burn in it. You can't taste. Actually, I don't have a burn in my mouth, and I can taste. And you know what I tasted when I ate Tic Tac Taco?
What'd
nothing.
you taste?
Nothing. It was nothing, bro.
It was
White
real
rice.
bad, dude.
Fucking Mac. He put fucking road tar
Whoa.
in his fucking burrito.
The fuck was that? The cat?
And then I told my boy Rob, don't eat Tic Tac Taco. He didn't listen to me. I walk up to the baller lot. Guess what Rob's doing? He's eating a fucking white rice burrito.
Right.
Well, I don't think he liked it either.
The hillbilly
Put
fry
a little bit of
balls,
hot
though.
sauce on it. Might have made it better.
Y'all feared the sauce. It's all about the sauce.
Y'all feared the sauce? What was the sauce?
Was it bland?
You think the sauce would have made all the other ingredients better?
The Tic Tac Taco was so bland that it took flavor out of my mouth. It was ridiculous.
God, Cat, you're fucking wrong.
John Malenko, Mexican food equals porta potty. Well, it's porta potty, and this ain't even Mexican food. Mac,
really
we rolled up there. She peeled a white bread tortilla off of a stack, and then she put it on the grill, and there was no food on it. She just put it flat.
Flat.
Yeah, to like toast it a little bit or something. I don't fucking know. And I'm like, why don't you put all the shit in the burrito and then grill it shut?
Yeah.
And they didn't do that at all. It's fucking dumb as fuck, bro.
It's just not good. I mean,
they're not creative enough.
It's unfortunate that it's not that good because the location would make you so much money if you were a good food establishment.
Yeah, but they're like the only food establishment right there for that
That's
show.
what's
So they gotta
ass.
be pulling it in.
We were buying more of those. I was buying more of those gas station sandwiches than I was that fucking.
Those were pretty good. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, those were solid sandwiches for sure. No complaints there. Like, no complaints with the fucking pre-made sandwiches that were wrapped up. Those were fire.
Yeah, Licks. The thing
I'm
about it
drinking
is, bro,
ooey strawberry lemonade, wrap snacks. What's up?
it's a gas station taco spot, but the problem is that they didn't put no effort into it, man. The burrito that I saw that these guys showed me, it didn't even look like a burrito. It looked fucking like prison food or some shit.
Prison food, yeah.
I don't know. Prison food at least.
I haven't gotten to the X yet.
Put some
Yeah,
fucking,
exactly.
the whole
yeah,
shebang
man.
fucking chips on those boys.
Like we said, it was going to be the 4-hour show at the top.
Bro, it's a
4
gas
hours, pal.
station taco spot. It don't
What
matter,
dare
bro.
we,
They have no flavor. It's not an excuse.
That's what I'm saying. No effort.
I tried recapping this shit to my friend earlier, and it was 2 months before I got to day 2. What day are we on?
We're just finishing
think
up.
it's all just
Basically,
blurring
we're just
together.
basically finishing up the podcast on day 2 at 3 p.m. And right after we finished the podcast, right after the podcast started to kind of like dip in flavor, it started to piss rain really bad.
Hold on. Yo, we also got fucking Face Tap Mommy on the show as well.
Well,
And that
that's
was
right.
pretty
We
dope.
gave her some Juggalo
That's
juice,
pretty
and
dope.
she loved it.
Yeah, for sure. And by the way, y'all can definitely expect a Just My Luck Face Tap Mommy song here in the future. That's a guarantee. Anyway, I got a bee on my head.
You gotta be on your height. I'm just a doctor. You treat that man with the respect that he deserves.
Yeah.
Yeah, a
Hell
million
yeah, Licks.
times I played it. Yeah. That's dope, Just My Luck, that you're gonna get that Face Tap Mommy fucking joint. That's sick as fuck.
Yeah. For sure.
All right, so after
Come
that,
on.
we rolled by Willie Hayes and Fago Gang, but I had all this equipment and it was wet, so I just kind of made my way down to the campsite. And then after that, they had the body and face painting contest. Did either of you make it down to that? I don't think so, because we
I
never
went and I
went
took a shower. I had to, man. It was too gross and nasty. Fucking. I had to make sure I showered, bro. I took a shower every day.
Yeah, so after that, they did I can't read it. Oh, the Reno Riders Alien Probe Cornhole. Oh, yeah. So after the podcast, you know what happened after the podcast? I went back to the campsite because I was a little bit tired. I wanted to catch a nap. And then I wanted to fucking go see the wet t-shirt contest. And I asked you specifically, Just My Luck, to wake me up. And you're like, yeah, no problem. And then when I woke up, it was fucking 6:15.
How come you didn't wake me up?
It was from
I was
5
like,
to 6.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I look like you needed your sleep.
Dude, honestly, all I wanted to do was go look at disgusting boobs.
Yeah, but you said to me that there wasn't any good boobs.
No, there was no good boobs at the Miss Juggalette pageant. After they did all the intros and stuff, I'm like, this ain't gonna get wild enough. So I fucking jet. But prove me wrong, because Candy Bar's in the chat, who won, showed her motherfucking butthole, and she won first place.
Yo,
So
I
maybe
didn't see
we
no
get like a
buttholes this
Cinderella
year,
on the
not a
boat.
one.
I seen a couple buttholes.
Tell you what, I did see a lot of, man. More dicks than I ever wanted to.
I saw
They're everywhere.
Fucking naked. Wait, remember that? Fucking just walking naked.
I showed you that guy's dick, when
Yeah.
we were shopping
It
on
was
Saturday.
Bushy.
I showed you that guy's dick when we were shopping Saturday.
Yeah.
All right, yo, let's forget that I said that and keep it moving. So, from 6 to 6:30, it was Korihor. I didn't go down for that because I was sleeping. And then when I woke up, Sponge was getting ready to take the stage. So I just basically chilled out at the campsite. I think we were in the camper. Well,
You're like, oh, is that Sponge?
And I was like, oh, just open up the camper door so we can hear it a little bit better, basically.
Right.
Do you remember that?
I remember that.
And then, and then after Sponge, it was Arrested Development, and I definitely went down to the main stage, I believe, and watched that show. That was a good show. It was still daylight. It was around 7:30 at night when I went down there, and it wasn't like a big draw down there, so it was easy to get close and pay attention to that. I only knew Tennessee, and they did that track, of course, but also it was a great set, but it was a lot of like vocalizing. It was like a damn, I believe and everything. You missed a beautiful butthole. Yo, send a picture of your butthole to @JuggaloJuiceFLHDMs, and I'll give you a butthole review. But yeah, I was down at Arrested Development. They did Tennessee. They did a couple other songs, and the girls that were performing backup audio, man, they were fucking killing it. But the guy, he was just doing a lot of like vocalizing.
Oh, you fucking bitch.
But it was still a really good show. Okay, so after Arrested Development was over, since I'm first row baller lot.
Oh my God.
I just walked back up to the camper and was just straight chilling for a little bit. And then all of a sudden, Riff Raff gets introduced. And he's rapping How to Be the Man.
I was
and
up
I'm
in
like,
the
oh shit, here we fucking go. Because all I wanted to do was see Riff Raff. Like that was the performance that I was really excited for.
Me too.
And so I ran down there, I'm front and center for Riff Raff, and it's bad. It's fucking bad. Did you go down there, just my luck, for Riff Raff?
Yeah, so
talk about it.
Yeah, so for the fucking all right, so I was like up near like the parking lot area during Arrested Development. We heard that and we started to walk down. Raff was about to go on or whatever, and fucking I'm sitting there with Licks, his brother and sister, right? And fucking all of a sudden, fucking Riff Raff, he just goes and he stands behind his DJ, and I yell over to the people I was with, yo, fucking he's scared. And fucking I had no idea that he was about to get, he's pretty much in the same category as Tequila at this point.
I considered it over for him.
DJ's like, yo, y'all are starting to hit my equipment, and as soon as he said that shit, it was all over, bro.
I don't think it's I think as soon as he brought a security guard on stage, that's when it was just that's a horrible look. The DJ saying
horrible look, but it was over even
the
before
DJ should have kept his fucking mouth shut.
Okay, yo, check it out. I'm front and center,
That's
right?
not
And
uncommon.
Riff Raff comes out, and maybe Riff Raff makes one pass out in front of the stage, one, and then for the rest of the time, he's way back. He's in front of the DJ. People are throwing shit. Jugs be jugging. You know what I'm saying? And then he like walks off to the side, like deep to the side, and then he like walks behind the DJ, and then he walks deep off to the other side of the stage. And Jugs are jugging hard, man, with Jugs. And somebody hit the fucking mixer board with like it looked like a gallon jug or something. And it hit it so perfectly that it knocked the wires like out of the board.
Yep.
and I don't know if that happened and then this happened or the other way around, but the DJ was like, "Yo, y'all can't be doing that, man." You know what I'm saying? And then like that's
you
exactly
can't tell the
what set
Juggalos
it
what
off.
to do.
That's what set it off. And then so now Riff Raff is like rapping, but he's rapping like way off
Behind
deep
the
side of the
stage.
stage. Yeah, that too. He was like behind the stage, walking back and
He was
forth
behind the curtain, bro.
Yeah, dude. And then he comes out with Ouija Mac, and that's the loudest cheer of the whole set. And then Ouija Mac, he's wearing these weird fucking Balenciaga shoes.
Balenciaga.
Whatever. Fucking lame ass fucking shoes on Ouija Mac.
They look like fucking
$1,200 shoes, bro.
Yeah.
And then he goes backstage, and then everybody just goes back to throwing shit at fucking Riff Raff. And then
they were still throwing shit while Ouija was on stage, but he's seasoned. He knows how to deal with it.
Right. And so then it happened. Then fucking no, even before security came out, Riff Raff sent out all like his crew and like all these fucking dummies that I never even seen in my life or knew who the fuck they are or were. They're all like having fun and they're throwing shit out on the stage, and then they're all excited that people are throwing shit back at them. But Riff Raff is fucking.
He wasn't having it, man.
Bro. He was hidden. And then some more shit got thrown, and he came out with security, and even that wasn't enough for him. And then he ended his show early. The whole fucking thing from start to finish was just around 10 minutes. And then at the end of it all, like later on social media, he's like, I flew my whole crew out there. I brought out a barber. Yeah, I put on fresh threads and fucking had unreleased tracks planned in the set list. And like, you know, and you guys want to cause me physical harm. That's not music. No thanks.
Yeah, you're right.
And it's like, bro, all you had to do was walk to the front of the stage and fucking say words good, bro. And avoid water bottle. Who cares about your fucking threads? Do the fucking music, man.
Man, I don't know what it was. Why I guess we as Juggalos all together singled him out. I didn't see nobody else really getting shit thrown at them at all.
You know what? I can't say, like, I'm not a person who will stand against people throwing shit. But people do be throwing rain. I remember being at that seminar and watching Shaggy and somebody fucking whipping like a full bottle of something like directly at Shaggy. So there's not really even there's not even a reason. True. Juggalos just want to fucking hit something to have some sort of attention beyond them. Have some sort of chaos ensue and make some sort of a fucking little point for your little bit of clout so you could go home and say that you're the guy who popped Shaggy in the face with a fucking bottle at the seminar.
Some girl got hit in the head with a fucking full can of SpaghettiOs or raviolis or some shit like that, and it just exploded
I took a nice
everywhere.
boot to the nose on Saturday night ICP from a crowd surfer.
Shit, Licks got hit in the head with the fucking with a chair. Somebody chucked the fucking chair and it hit him right in the dome, man.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I was standing on top of a golf cart and being really targeted with water bottles.
Assholes were in there fucking throwing like flour and shit. That sucked, man.
Oh yeah, I saw Frog on Saturday night. He was covered in flour.
Yeah.
I got waffled. He says. Oh, I got wolfed, excuse me.
Yeah.
I got wolfed with the chair leg.
Yeah, so anyway, so Riff Raff was fucking crazy bad, and I really liked Riff Raff. I've been listening to him for like a decade and shit, which is wild to even think about. Even Nima
hate him because of that.
Remember when we went to Riff Raff in London in 2013 or 14? 2014, Mima and I went to London, Ontario, and saw Riff Raff on a stage. We didn't take hardly any pictures. I got like 2 pictures. They're all blue. You can't see shit.
Shit. Yeah, if anything, man, I've been listening to Riff Raff a little bit more. You know, like coming home from the gathering. There's some good songs that he has, man.
Oh, Riff makes amazing music, bro. Neon Icon from 2013 is just a complete fucking masterpiece, and everything after that is.
Do you remember his old freestyles?
Oh yeah,
I know you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, man, fucking those were the days, dude. But yeah, there's a few songs that I really like. Gucci Sweater, that shit's dope. The Something My Truck, Mac, you know that song. There's another song with Yellow Wolf called Mossy.
Truck.
Yeah, there's another one called Mossy or something like that. Mossy. And then there's another one that I like, Stars in the Roof of My Car or something like that. That shit's fire. But that's the song that he ended his set on. Damn.
Gruffbang says Birth of an Icon was better. 100. I don't know, bro. I don't fucking know, bro, about that. Neon Icon. Dude, actually, you know what? You know what was the opener to the Riff Raff set was the intro to Neon Icon, where the two homies are sitting in the car, and he's like, she's just like this tan Nubian princess. And they go, shades down. I fucking love Neon Icon, bro. And yeah, that got me mad stoked. And whatever that first track is on Neon Icon, that's what he opened his set with.
Yeah, I was most excited to see Riff Raff
and Judy, big booty. We could be 18. Dude, it's a shit. I love that shit.
And then what?
After Riff Raff got booed off stage like a fucking pussy, then the real shit started. Wicked Clowns from Outer Space Part 1.
That shit was dope.
My boy Rob was like fell down at work and had a bad back or whatever, and he wasn't feeling so hot. And I was like, I'll hang out with you, Rob, for this show. I'm gonna sit back because in 2021, I fucking sat back for the first show where they did all those rare songs and shit. And I was like, oh, this is cool. This is cool to watch a show from the back, and I can still go down to the front on Saturday and figure it out, you know?
Right.
But that didn't happen, man. My boy John Malenko in the chat, he fucking gifted me a brand new clown suit, and I knew that the right thing to do was to fucking
wear that clown suit. Go down.
Well, you left him at the back.
Yeah, I fucking pieced out on Rob, dude. I put on my new clown suit, and I went down to the fucking thing. And there were like some gel blasters. We were shooting fat fucking shirtless dudes in the back.
Man, that was fun, dude. Me and KJ were just shooting everybody with those fucking things. Gruffmane had one too.
Yeah, so I go down for Wicked Clowns from Outer Space. Sorry, sweet booty.
Yeah, sweet baby.
So I go down for Wicked Clowns from Outer Space. I don't remember any songs, but I do remember that I had a whole strategy to get on the stage, and it's not like a hard one, but it's just like, if you know Legend Valley, on the right side, if you're facing the stage, on the right side of it, it's lower to the ground than it is on the left side. And so the chest high people barricades, they end eventually before the main stage ends. And then it's just like regular fucking fence that you can lift, like portable fence. And so that's where I ended up at the end of the first ICP show, was at the right side of that fence. Because I know, like, they only put, like, a security guard or two there, and all we do is just push that fence open and run right in. And I've been doing that for a couple years, and now I don't get fucking beat up at the barricades and dying and shit no more.
Did you tell Rob that you were leaving?
Oh, I don't remember. Probably. I wasn't with him in the crowd watching the show. He was sitting back at the campsite watching it. And hey, yo, even though we don't own the land there, fuck everybody that put their fucking tent up on the other side of the fire line going down the hill. I paid for the baller lot to see the fucking main stage, not look at your fucking stupid 4-walled shade tent blocking my fucking view from camp. Fucking idiots. But yeah, dude, I ended up pushing that fence, and I got up on the stage for ICP night 1. And I got a Faygo bottle out of it, of course. And it was just, you know, that fucking Faygo rain, bro. That fucking rush. When the last song, when Violent J's thanking everybody, you know, that's when my adrenaline starts fucking pumping, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it was a good motherfucking time. It was a good time getting up on that
time,
stage.
man.
What about your experience at the Clowns?
Mine?
Yeah, tell me about it.
I mean, dude, it was fucking dope, man. I was with you guys know who I was with. And this shit was dope, dude. It was one of the best ICP sets I've ever seen, man.
I was way too fucking trashed, and I don't remember it at all.
I remember that they were just doing the
too.
old school shit, so it's just a lot of Malenko and fucking Amazing Juggle Brothers stuff.
I mean, but isn't that what you
Oh, they
wanna
put
see?
that Christmas song in there, too?
Santa's a fat bitch. Yeah, that was dope. I just remember, like, every single song was a song that I knew, you know?
You know what? That reminds me, bro, a similar thing. I just remember being down there and fucking lip syncing the words to almost every song.
I was singing my little heart out, bro. Just dancing, having a good fucking time, dude.
Oh, yeah, Candy the Clown reminds me, when they were doing Fuck the World, Violent J basically said, if I could remember, he was just like, fuck Twisted. Fuck him. And then he said something else, but I can't remember.
Then he said fuck CM Punk and shit like that. It was dope, man. But I thought it was dope how he said fuck Twisted. Fuck Twisted, bitch.
Yeah, that was crazy. And then, yeah, we got up on the stage, and then, you know, it's just a blur, like running down the thing, hopping up on the stage, rushing to the fucking moonlanders and grabbing all the fucking Fagos that I can, because I know I ain't fucking turning around to grab another one because they get scooped up so quick. I think I maybe got like 4 in my arms, maybe 5, shot a couple off, and I got to keep one. And then right after the main stage, they had Zackass at the Blast Off stage, but I never made it down there for that. I didn't end up getting out of the fucking camper and shit until maybe 11. Like sometime after midnight or close to it. And then on the second stage, they had R.A. the Rugged Man.
I did not see that.
Now, I know that Licks in the chat went down to the Ninja Olympics, but I went down to see Necrogoblicon on the second stage with Rob and Ross. And Ross didn't really know anything about Necrogoblicon, and he said that it was one of the best shows, and I agree, of the entire gathering of the Juggalos. And Necrogoblicon, I fucking absolutely fucking encouraged to fucking get a main stage slot
among those top 3. Yeah. But yeah, Licks was in that fucking Ninja Olympics thing, man. He got screwed in the first fucking round. First round, bro.
Yeah, what happened?
It was a crooked fucking referee, man. Licks fucking got the guy fucking twice, if not 3 fucking times. It was all on video, and they fucking did him dirty, dude. They did him dirty. And I so badly wanted to go back and just walk up to Jump Steady and be like, "Hey, man, I got the footage right here."
Did you see Jump?
Yeah, he was hosting it. I saw him.
Jump Steady was hosting the Ninja Olympics?
Yeah.
Ah, shit, man. I never seen Jump Steady at all this year. I heard he like damaged his foot or something.
He broke his leg or something like that. I remember I was just getting out of the shower or fucking going to the shower, and I seen him, and he had a cast on his leg. He was walking out the back porch of that house or whatever. I walked up. I asked if he was all right, what happened, and fucking, I don't even really remember what he said, but he had a thing on his foot.
And then Licks got cheated out of the first round of the Ninja Olympics.
Yeah. And
what happened? What happened?
I mean, the fucking, like I said, man, the ref.
How did he get pushed out? What happened?
Dude, they were like using these like little fucking baton things or something like that, little styrofoam boys or whatever, and fucking he hit the other fucking guy, and the ref And then Jumpsteady was like, "Oh, Licks is the winner," and then fucking they like took it back, and they said that fucking the other guy was the winner, and it was just bullshit, man. Like it was fucking rigged. Yeah, they counted the hits on his fucking hands, which is bullshit. Because when they initially said the rules, like I don't remember that being part of the rules.
Lick says they counted hits on my hands.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's bullshit.
So that's stupid. Yeah. But just to set the record straight, he did not get knocked out. All right.
Now,
Big D, I just played Elden Ring for a week. King shit, bad bitch, kissy on my dick. Get it a breaker, I'ma lose my fucking shit. Stand back when I whip, that's when you get hit. I use my armpit. I ain't scared to climb inside the pot to get the hit. I'm off the shit. Bullshit, that's what y'all be on if you ain't fucking with the jig. I take a piss on that playlist, it don't play none of my shit. It's not cause I'm a juggalo, it's just that you a bitch. Juggalos never gon' get no love, so we ain't giving no fuck. Fucking around and you gon' get your shit bust. This ain't what you wishing it was. Juggalos never gon' get no love, so we ain't giving no fucks. Dump more than a clip in the club. This ain't what you wishing it was. Free, can't speak. Shotty tweaking, got the pussy on it. Yes indeed. Most ski when I beat. Smacking the booty, put some rosy on the cheek. She shaking that seat. That's when I'm complete. I use my get me. Once you fuck a juggalo, nobody can compete. She wet the sheets. Ocean deep. Red wings from the top, nosebleed. Got the baby daddy hating on me. It's not cause I'm a juggalo, that motherfucker weak. Juggalos never gon' get no love, so we ain't giving no fuck. Fucking around and you gon' get your shit buzzed. This ain't what you wishing it was. Juggalos never gon' get no love, so we ain't giving no fucks. Don't know than a clip in the club. This ain't what you wishing it was.
Hey there, fucknuts. Come on down to Juggalo Gyms. Try the Juff Basket, named after my stupid fucking nephew, Juffy. Give him a thumbs up, Juffy. All right, back to work.
Awesome, you're still muted. Licks, what a fucking fascinating story about your failure at the Ninja Olympics. It's nuts. I had to play that video just so I could distract myself and calm my fucking heart rate down. It was such a good story. So the day after that, are we gonna do all the days? It's fucking hour and 37 minutes.
There's only 2 days left. And we didn't do much on the next days. On Friday, July 7th at noon, they did Juggalo Catch 21 and the open mic. We didn't do that. At 2 p.m., they did the Tomwood Art Battle. We didn't do that. Performing was Face Tap Mommy and Case Kane. We didn't go down to the second stage. At 3:30, they did the Juggalo Newlywed Game. And at 5 o'clock, they did the costume contest, all under the blast-off stage. I went to the costume contest with Ross. I already talked about it. It was a good time. And I didn't see a Babel the Demon performance, but we did go down and see Junebug together. After that, we left. We didn't see Matt Foy, and I skipped the Darby O'Trill show. And then the main stage.
I did see the Darby O'Trill show. It was pretty dope. Darby O'Trill deserves a main stage slot. There are lesser artists who have gotten main stage. So I'm not even sure if maybe they just gave Darby a side stage as like a sort of a hey man initiation, side stage first type thing.
He'll probably be main stage next year. I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh,
I mean,
hey,
'cause I had never heard about him before this year, to be honest.
I'd like to share a memory that I forgot real quick about the Wicked Clowns from Outer Space 1 show. So I get up on the stage, I'm clutching my bottle that I want to keep, and I'm out in the front, I'm looking at the crowd, and I'm waving, and I got my clown suit on, and I'm like getting pelted in the face with shit, but I'm not thinking nothing of it because I'm on the stage. And then it keeps fucking happening. And then finally, I fucking like see these beads popping off my fucking face, bro. And I look out in the direction that they're coming from, and it's fucking Gruffmane and KJ Riddle with these gel blasters from like 50 yards away, 40 yards away. And they're just tack, 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 and they're just fucking shooting up my whole face, bro. And that was a good time too, and I'm glad that I could remember that.
After ICP on main stage the last night, fucking, I was standing there with KJ, and he was shooting you as well.
Go ahead.
He was shooting you as well. You were on the stage, and he was just blasting you and Ross. I don't know if you guys got hit, but
see, on the last night, I was trying to think of it, but I didn't catch it. You know.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah. Oh, go ahead.
At one point, like during ICP that night, fucking, I don't know if we're there yet, but fucking, I look behind me or whatever, and there's fucking Steel City like right behind me, you know what I mean? And then fucking like KJ was like to the left, and fucking, then all of a sudden you fucking ran by us because you and Ross were trying to get to the fucking to the front so you could hop over, you know. Another interesting story.
On the last night?
Yeah.
Yeah, the last night was dope. So on the third day, then, the main stage kicked off. It was Hatchet Man Project, Whitney Payton, Ritz, the Juggalo Cypher, Max Sabbath, Yellow Wolf, and the Ouija Mac headliner. Now, the Ouija Mac show was a lot better last year. I can't exactly understand what it is, but there was something about the energy last year that felt different than the show that they put on this year.
Did he have face paint on last year as well? Or is that just this year?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Okay.
He's been doing the face paint thing a little while. The show last year, I also feel had better energy. The songs, you know, he's been performing main stage for a few years now, and he hasn't really switched up the songs. I feel like those are the same songs I hear every time.
Isn't that what we say about Insane Clown Posse sets, though?
Yeah, but I mean, Ouija Mac has a lot of music. It's not like he's only been playing main stage for a few years, so there's just not the same. It's not the same.
Candy the Clown says I was upset with Ouija's set this year.
Visually, it was really cool. I love the color scheme. I love the stage. I love the fucking the dudes on the stage, the like army men or whatever they were. Visually very cool, just was not as it wasn't as cool as 2 years ago. 2 years ago it was like the best one visually. Last year was the best one emotionally.
After Ouija Mac on day 3, the stage 2 nighttime lineup was Mad Child, Shakewell, Free Will, and Lardy B. Also during those musical performances, they had the Queen of Cheeks pop off, and they did Bloody Mania 16. Now, I'll tell you this. I fucking found a guy who had the best nangs ever, and I don't even remember Mad Child or Shakewell at all.
Oh, you're fast forwarding, man.
And I was down there for Free Will. I don't remember any of that. And then security told the guy he had to move. So I ended up going down to Bloody Mania with him, and we chilled for a little bit. And then Bloody Mania ended.
He also had a motorized scooter. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're talking about the guy having a scooter. Yeah.
I thought that was dope
after all
because
that,
I seen
man,
you and I was like, holy shit, you found something.
Man, I sat in that mobility scooter and must have did like, I don't even want to speculate, okay? But I was fucking hanging out, doing a bunch of nitrous. It was a really fun time. I was laughing a lot at how low my voice sounded. It was the sweetest tasting nangs I ever had in my life. And I got the man's contact. Okay, so...
In the shack is where he lives. Round the town they call him Bob. Paul from on the hill. And every time Paul does slay a hole, you can hear that.
The motherfucker preach to daughter, son. When you can't find no woman, no man, no cousin, no friend without it, gun. And remember that is my home. When the trailer park has got my heart. Walk in the hood, I'm at home and I play in the woods. After dark, you won't find me so for much. Always got a bottle of Jackie, yo. Take my silk, talk my shit. Fight anybody that wants to go. Tall and slim, walk with a deal. Cause my nuts are oversized. Fuck your dope and your alcohol because you're. With the bootleg, we're 24 before I'm 21. Mathematics. Going to jail cause I'm drunk at Piggly Wiggly. Cause I be here when I do my time. Cause I can't make bail on minimum wage. Nothing to do in the country but get drunk and watch that pit of them swags. Back in the saddle again. Come on, man, don't think it wrong to.
Yes. Yeah, so after main stage Bloody Mania at 3 a.m., I went to sleep. What were you guys doing at 3 a.m.?
Definitely up to no good.
After Bloody Mania, I went to what was that thing? That Ouija Max vegan fucking thing. I have one of those fucking vegan BLT fucking sandwiches. It is alright. And then I went over and I checked out the movie tent. I think the movie Nope was playing. And
yep.
Then I don't really remember a whole lot after that.
Oblicon on night 2. The Thing and Close Encounters of the Third Kind were playing that night during
Hostzilla. Who the fuck is Hostzilla?
Never heard of them. So the Lardy B show, everybody that went to it said that it was really good. Lardy B shot a music video I heard down there and was having a real blast. I saw the show in 2021 on the main stage, and everybody was throwing cakes and pies and shit. Felt pretty blasphemous, but it looked like a good time. But it was so late, and I don't know anything about her that I didn't think going down there was the right move. So I probably ended up going to bed after Bloody Mania 16.
Word.
Oh, and then one time I stopped by Bizarro Tent with Ross. Whatever night I was hanging out with Ross, night 2.
Oh, yo, I met fucking what's his name? Joey Janela. He was in the championship match of Bloody Mania.
Sweet.
I seen him at that fucking taco place, not across the street from the grounds, but inside the grounds, right next to the giant piece of shit ice cream fucking thing. And I was just looking at him. I was like, "Oh, Joey Janela," and it was him. And I was like, "Oh shit!" And I got a picture with him. Then when I was at the fucking airport, 2 cool things happened. I don't know if I told you either of you guys this yet, but fucking I met fucking Superhuman, and he does these like crazy fucking wrestling moves or whatever, and he hurts himself, and he's a fan of fucking Juggalo Juice. He watches the show, and there was another fucking guy.
You say Superhuman told you that he watches Superhuman?
That's right. And his dad's like, his name's like Psycho Dad or something like that. And they both said that they watched the show, and fucking Superhuman definitely watches it. And then I ran into another fan of Juggalo Juice at fucking at the airport as well, and I thought that was dope.
There are
We
no
ran
fans
into a couple
of
fans.
Juggalo
We ran
Juice.
into a couple fans of Juggalo Juice. That was cool.
You're telling airport stories now. That happened after I didn't really meet too many other people. Spooky.
Milking it. Shut the fuck up, Spooky.
Yeah,
Yo,
Spooky
okay,
Tuesday.
so that's it then. On the third day, that was it. Lardy B did her fucking thing. And then the next day, on the last day, they did the net in game. But before that, over on the Martian stage, our boy Rob Zilla did his fucking show. And it's just like Rob Zilla's the best, bro. You know what I'm saying? Makes good music. He's a nice man. And you know what he did? He put on a fucking show, dude. Every song had a prop. Everything had a fucking theme. You know, it had a proper intro. He kept shouting us out, man, which was so fucking nice. And before Rob Zilla went and did his performance at fucking like noon 30 on the fucking stage, you know what I'm saying? He came over to the baller lot. He hung out with us in the camper. You know, we got acquainted and everything. He threw out free merch into the fucking crowd. You know, he did let your head roll. It's a fucking amazing song.
Rob Zilla performed. He was the first person to perform on that Saturday at 12:10 in the afternoon.
On the last day of the gathering.
On the last day.
I
And
thought
he
he
did
was
extremely well.
I thought he was performing on Friday for some reason.
He did extremely well, and he did a better stage set than you see people on main stage do. Like Not Slim One was saying, he doesn't just like sit up there and rap. Like he puts a lot of fucking effort and theatrics and shit into his stage performance, and it's completely interactive and it's fun, man. You know, it could have went.
He calls you out by your name and encourages you to come up to the stage.
Yeah, because I'm not a person who does that, and I did that a couple times.
Yeah, dude, it was so good.
That's
And then we
dope.
reached the gate and went up on the stage after his performance, and we got to talk to him a little bit. It was a good time.
Yeah,
Shout out,
Rob
Rob,
is
and
really-
also don't forget either, man. Check out Mr. Fuentes. Like,
Yeah, his boy Mr. Fuentes is also he's an artist. He's his own artist, but he does a lot with Rob, and he's a fucking great addition to their little team and act. Both really dope dudes, man. I wish they would have been there longer than just like the 2 days, a day.
yeah, it was one of the sets that I was extremely satisfied to support Rob Zilla. And Rob Zilla deserves, again, another fucking spot at the gathering another time. He needs to have an opportunity to be in front of more people. Because, like, honestly, it wasn't that his music was bad. His time slot was fucking
Not the best.
12:30. It was noon 30 on the last day of the gathering. Like, what would you say was out there? Fucking 30 people max?
Yeah, that's like normal. If it wasn't for that being Rob Zilla or somebody that we were supporting, I don't go to fucking see nobody at 12 in the afternoon on a Saturday at the gathering.
Bro,
Like,
you said there was only 30 people max to see fucking Rob Zilla?
Well, what do you say? Like, you came down there at the end. How many people were down there?
I mean, not that many. You're right.
That's right.
it's a shit part of the day. Yeah.
It's the time slot. So I would love to see Rob Zilla get the opportunity to perform in front of other Juggalos at any other time slot. Not like fucking, not the last day, first 3 fucking sets. Give him more exposure.
So I'd like to answer Spooky Tuesday's question. He says, Eric, why would you waste your time doing the Juggalo Juice intro during my set? Well, Spooky, the main reason being is it was only 1 minute long, and I had a 20-minute set, which is longer than anybody else had. So I wanted to at least get me doing the intro on the fucking on video. You know what I mean? So we could have it for here. Eric shows up when his set is over. What a friend. Yeah. Also, Just My Luck. Yeah. Also, Just My Luck Rob Zilla track coming soon.
Yes.
Up until right this moment, only Blake, Mac, and I believe John Malenko knew that. So, yeah. But, yo, what did you think of my set, Blake?
The set was dope that you got to perform on the MC Horror stage. I thought that the MC Horror stage was 2 nights starting on day 2, night 2 and night 3 of the gathering. But instead, it was actually on night 1 and night 2. And you were like 2:30 in the morning. And that was really dope to me because not only was the MC Horror stage set up next to the Willie Hayes Baller Lot And
it was
we
right
were,
next to our camper.
yeah, we were the next baller
Your
lot next to
camper.
Willie A's. It was such an easy thing to be a part of. And man, I was really thankful that you gave me the opportunity to be like your hype man, like to intro you and your set, because when we got up there were Juggalos out there, like, you know, at the MC Horse stage night one, and they were watching the performances that were before you. But when it came to your set, I just grabbed the microphone and I was like, yo, I got an important real announcement to make. MC Horse said that the stage can't continue any further until everybody comes closer to it and takes out their phones and starts going live and taking pictures. And then all of a sudden, all these people started coming up, and then I was like, fuck, this is just my luck. And then it just popped, man. It was so perfect. I felt real cool.
Dude, there was a lot of fucking people there too.
Cool, handing you the water and making sure that you were good and everything. It was a very fun dynamic, and I felt like I was a part of the show. And
You were a part of it.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, dude. No, thank you, man. This shit was dope as fuck, man. I mean, I needed you right there. You know what I mean? Because I mean, doing those songs, man, fucking, you know, you get a little thirsty. But I'm very appreciative, man. There was a lot of people there. And,
yeah, I think I counted like 30 or 40 people out there.
I mean, you told me there was like 50, and I would agree that there was like 50, and plus like all the people, you know, walking by and shit. It was dope, man. And fucking one of the coolest parts for me with that is you know, we mentioned Freeze Martian earlier, right? Fucking Freeze Martian, Fury, and I, you know, like, this is part of my origins. I've never really told this here a whole lot on Juggalo Juice, but, you know, I was a part of a record label called Lethal Records from out here in New England, right? In Connecticut. And for a while, you know, me and the homies right there, like, you know, we didn't talk, and it's probably been like 10 years. But I was thinking about it earlier, you know, while I was at work or whatever, and Juggalo Juice fucking brought us back together. You know what I mean? And fucking, so it was like really, really cool to link back up with those dudes. And then all of a sudden, when I was about to go on or whatever, I see fucking Fury roll up, and I was just like it meant a lot to me for him to be there. You know what I mean? And he's like, yo, man, I wouldn't have missed this for the world, whatever, you know? I don't know if those were his exact words, but that's what I remember. And fucking, he stood out in the crowd, man, and fucking, you know, he was watching me, man. And after my set or whatever, I went over to talk to him, and, you know, he said that it was an honor to watch me right then and there. And, you know, just to see like what we've built, you know, as Juggalo Juice, and fucking, you know, how we're doing it right now and freaking it and growing, you know what I mean? And really finding our place in this community that we've created, you know. There's a lot of really, really great moments at the gathering this year, and that was one of them for me, including you being right there and fucking being my main man, you know what I mean? And fucking just helping me throughout the whole thing, you know. Yeah, it was dope, dude.
Yeah, it was a dope time. Now, with all due respect to what I say next, MC Horde put in a lot of hard work for the shit that he did, but you know, the MC Horse stage night 2 wasn't as popping. You know what I'm saying? It started late and it fucking ended early. And I asked him about it the next day when I saw him, and he was like, yeah, unreliable motherfuckers, you know what I mean? So I'm glad that you
shit happens
on night one on the good stage. You know what I'm saying? It was a good. There were people before you and people after you.
Yeah,
and the MC Horse stage did pop until 5 a.m. They shut it down at 5 a.m.
Right.
But yeah, okay. So that was your MC Horse stage experience, and then go ahead.
I was just saying, shout out to MC Horror as well, man. Fucking for putting that shit on, you know what I mean, and doing that shit both nights and dedicating his time when he could be partying or whatever to putting other motherfuckers on, you know, similar to how we do on Juggalo Juice, but in real life. And that was very cool.
Yeah,
That's all I got to
MC
say
Horror-
about that.
MC Horror's-
Well, people don't see the real me, right? They just see my acne problem. People think that I eat too many chocolate bars or that I don't wash my face. Yeah, I tried many things. I've tried everything, but just nothing works. My brother says I'll probably grow out of it, but I don't think so, no. It's hard to believe now that it will actually go away.
There are solutions. Call for a free informational video on acne.
Yes. Okay, so on the last day then of the gathering of the Juggalos, I'm tired as fuck. I've been here for 10 days now. I lost 10 pounds eating like shit, doing drugs, not fucking shitting properly, and just sweating my fucking dick off. Sweating my dick off every fucking day. I lost 10 pounds. It was
You lost
crazy.
10 pounds?
When I left,
Damn,
when
I
I
got on
left
scale
home,
as well.
when I left home, it was two. When I left home, it was 264, and when I got home, it was 251.
What kind of crackhead terminology is that?
Dude, I weigh fucking 198 right now, dude. So I lost almost 10 pounds as well. Dude, I walked 30 miles last week altogether. I don't know if you
Dude, I
if you
brought
guys
the
tracked how many steps you took,
bro.
but
You need a mobility scooter at the gathering, bro. They don't sweat you about it. You
Yeah.
can take it wherever you want. All right, yo, one more. Okay, let's wrap this show up, man, because we all didn't do a lot on the last day. On the last day, it was Robzilla, then it was Shiloh, and then the God bombs, and I didn't go to any of that. And they also did the Nedden game, and I didn't do any of that. I went and saw Robzilla, and then I probably went back to camp and ate some food before we went up to the ICP mystery seminar. Now, for the mystery seminar, we obviously know it was Shaggy and DJ Clay. They did a set, and then Violent J, Esham, and Ouija Mac came out and did a three-headed monster set. It was pretty fucking fresh. But, hey, when I went back to the camper and I was watching videos, the Trash Wars was bullshit, bro. The video that I saw Fago Lovers was live with was like, there was like, it looked like 10 people in the tent that was throwing shit at each other. There was no hay bales. And then everybody was like lined up on the outside on like the perimeter of the tent. And it didn't look fun. It looked boring as shit. So, but either way, at least they were down there. I wasn't at the fucking Trash Wars. I was watching it from the camper. But we went down there, me and the crew. We all wanted to go see it. And like my boy knows Esham a little bit. And he was like, why are you still on the grounds? And then Esham told him, he's like, I'm going to do the three-headed monster. So I knew about it for a day or two. But I didn't know about the Shaggy stuff. I wasn't expecting that. Anyway, we go down to the fucking seminar tent, right? To the fucking to the blast off stage. And it's the tent, and it's got the like red and white striped walls that are like hooked up on hooks. Oh, fuck you, man. All right. Anyway, I went to the show. So the next thing is the Flowmaster rap battle. We didn't do that. Or the other artists. And then they did Beat the DJ. I didn't go to that. And I went down to Miss Juggalette, where Candy the Clown won first place. And I just watched all the intros, and then I fucking jet. And then they did all the main stage, and I just sat in the camper all night because I didn't give a shit about nothing on the main stage. It was Normandy, 9 Dead. Alien Ant Farm was cool. But I was hanging with the homies, and we were just kind of getting fucked up. So going down to the stage wasn't the plan. And so we just popped the door open on the camper and listened to some Alien Ant Farm. And then Chris Calico.
That's cool.
Chris Calico, man, really had a great sounding set from only hearing it inside the camper. They did Sugar Hill Gang. And then
during the fucking Chris Calico's that fucking I was up on that fucking that fucking it wasn't a Ferris wheel, but it was the ride closest to our camp. That shit was pretty dope. And
The
then
paratrooper?
fucking yeah, I think it was called the Patriot or something like that.
Oh,
And
maybe.
then right after that, we went on fucking not the Joker ride, but the other one closest to the other side, to the right hand side, and I was fucking drinking like all fucking day. I pretty much drank more than anything this past gathering, and I felt like I was in a puke, man, because we were just going around and around and around and around, and fucking just it was a never ending spin cycle, and but that's like right around the time fucking Sugar Hill Gang was on, or they had just finished, and man, that was dope as fuck to see. Like I never thought that I'd get to see, and not that it was like that it's like my favorite shit or whatever, but like that being like the first, successful hip hop song that there was, it was cool to see in person. That's all.
Yeah, and then Zilla Kami didn't show up for City Morgue, and I just stayed at the camper for all of that as well. You got a City Morgue story?
I mean, it was dope, dude. Fucking, he, Sus Mula, fucking, he held it down, dude. I just wish that they would have played the Zilla Kami shit, because I felt like most of the crowd probably would have known the fucking words, and Sus Mula's dope and shit, but fucking them together as a team, I feel like it would have been way different, because we saw them in 2019, man, and that was the first time I ever saw them, and it was dope as fuck. So I was just really hoping to see them both together on main stage, just wilding out,
Yeah, if they were both there, maybe I would have went down to the stage, but I didn't. And then that's it, bro. After City Morgue, it was Wicked Clowns from Outer Space 2, and what a fucking awesome show that was. When they did Wicked Clowns from Outer Space 1, nowadays they always like break up their sets into thirds, right? And you get like into quarters, excuse me, and you get like 3 Fago breaks throughout a show. You know what I mean? But with the Wicked Clowns from Outer Space 1 show, there was no like traditional Fago break like that, which I thought was really, really cool. And yeah, they came out, they had new Fago break songs on Wicked Clowns 2.
Yeah.
And that was the one where I went down with Ross. Me and Ross and KJ, we were headed down toward the fucking main stage, but KJ kind of got lost in the back, you know what I'm saying? And me and Ross worked our way down, and it wasn't too bad. It was a good spot. We were like front and center, but it's like it was really like not too bad, and then when it got time to go over the barrier, like people actually helped me, which was like totally fucked, because people generally don't, and I usually end up like fucking up a body part or two trying to get over the barrier. Yeah, and that's why I had to stop doing it, because I kept getting fucked up. That's why I started going in on the right side, you know what I'm saying? But me and Ross got down there, and then I just lost track of time, and we stayed there. And then when it came time to go over the barrier, like I said, a couple people, I grabbed Ross, like I bent down on the ground, and I grabbed Ross, like I bear hugged him around like under his knees. I'll be under his knees, you know what I mean? And I lifted him up like his shins, and he put his feet on my legs, and then I inched him up more. I got a big belly. He put his feet on my belly, and then I was like trying to push him, but there were people in front of him that were stalled out, and I couldn't get him off my fucking head, so my shit is like bent way back. And then finally he went over, and then like I don't even remember who it was. I'm sure Ross was there helping me, and I can't remember if I recognized the other person, but they grabbed me, they pulled me over, we got up on the stage. Unfortunately, for the first time in a long time, I never got to get like a full bottle to bring home as a souvenir.
I just read Flannel's comment. Notice every year Blake needs help on stage.
Yeah, I'm a great big fat person, bro. You want to see the impression? I'll show you, okay?
Someone stop this boring story.
I got the fucking...
This shit's almost over, man.
Yeah, we're done. Look, I got the people barrier like this.
I have a structured settlement and I need cash now.
Call J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now.
I have an annuity, but I need cash now.
Call J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now. 877 cash now.
They have thousands, they'll help you too. One lump sum of cash they will pay to you. If you get long-term payments but you need cash now,
Call J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now.
877 cash now.
877 cash now. 877 cash now.
It's your money. Use it when you need it.
Call J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now. Call now.
Look at those guys, man. Does that not look? Let me tell you something, okay? You just watched Juggalo Juice for 10 hours, for 2 hours, okay? Thank you for coming out and watching our show. ICP was the shit. I got on the stage. I saw Mac. It was amazing. I didn't even think that I was going to see him. He comes out of the crowd. Amazing memories. And look at this. This picture right here. This is the gathering of the Juggalos 2023 in a single picture. Not Slim One, Mac, and Just My Luck. Thank you, everybody, for coming out and watching this Juggalo Gathering recap. We really appreciate that you give us short time. You know what I'm saying? And hey, we're gonna come back next week with a regular show. We're gonna get back to the submissions, and so
Blake's always naked. Royal Butcher Music.
If you got some content that you make and you want the Juggalo Juice, us here to show it on this show, then please consider making a submission at juggalojuiceflh@gmail.com. Don't send something I got to download. Send something that we can fucking stream. All right. And I just want to say again real quick before I try to stop talking that I love you guys, Mac and Just My Luck. And Mac, I'm glad that we could have fucking spent 10 problem-free days together gathering of the Juggalos. I hope that we can go again early next year. Just My Luck, I hope you can come early next year, earlier than you did, you know what I'm saying? And I just want to do the whole thing.
How much earlier do I got to get there, bro? I felt like I was there just as long as you guys.
We showed up Friday at 9:30. You showed up Sunday at 3:00.
All right.
Actually, it was past 3:00.
Yeah, it was way past 3:00.
This fucking retard is like, oh, I'm gonna be landing at 1 p.m. And I'm like, all right, I'll be there in a half an hour. And then 25 minutes later, he's like, oh, my flight got delayed because of rain. I'm like, so you just learned 5 minutes ago that your flight's delayed when you said that you were gonna land in 5 minutes? And he's like, yeah, you got to come back. So
there's no way that that's true because there's no way I could have texted you while I was in the air saying that I was going to land in 5 minutes. I don't remember exactly how it went. I just remember I had a little layover because of fucking rain in Chicago and that shit sucked. And there was nothing that I could do about it. But, I finally got there and everything was gravy.
Mac, you got anything to say?
Not at all. I had a very tame last day with some very dope people.
Yeah, until after the Wicked Clowns were over, and then we didn't go to bed until fucking 8 a.m.
Yeah, worst after party ever.
Yo, again, man, I love you guys. I had a great time with you guys, and I hope that in 1 year from now, we're going to be on the same level or higher and doing the same shit again. And I agree with you. It was overall, it was a quiet, tame gathering. And honestly, I found that like nighttime shenanigans were pretty fucking quiet, except for out in the parking lot. The parking lot was way more wild than the grounds at night. That's it.
Right.
Oh,
yeah,
John
for sure.
says, fuck this. I want to hear about Coonski's gathering. Well, you're going to have to go check that out on Studio Zero. All right, yo, is that it?
That's it.
All right, no
Goodbye.
magic reality
Farewell.
tonight. Fuck you guys.